Government is working on a toolbox of different interventions to address youth unemployment. Today, 50% of young people can't find a job. And there are a number of things we need to do. There's some immediate short-term issues to try to bring young people into employment. But there are also some structural issues that we'll have to address. They go to questions such as, is our skills dispensation equipping young people with the right skills match for the jobs of the future? Can we find ways of encouraging employers to bring young people into employment? And principally, can we increase the size of employment? As long as the labor market grows as sluggishly as it currently does, young people are always going to be standing at the back of the queue. So we've got to increase the total number of jobs in the economy. Today there are about 13 million working South Africans. We seek through the new growth path to increase that with an additional 5 million new jobs. And I'm confident a large number of that will be for young people.
And what is your opinion on labour framework reform?
There's opportunities, I think, for a very constructive dialogue with both the labour movement and business to ensure that we have an appropriate set of arrangements in the labour market. But in our country, we have constitutionally enshrined labour rights. And therefore, the big challenge for South Africa is to find a partnership model, something that brings business and labour together in the wealth-creating centers of the economy. Those are the factories, the mines, the shops, the government offices. And that's what our social dialogue is now working on. How do we ensure that South Africans, both business and labor, work together to achieve 5 million new jobs, to grow the economy, and to ensure that the resultant wealth is distributed in a fair and equitable way. And that's really the big challenge for us. And it's one that we're going to be putting a lot of effort into, social partnership across the economy.
Now, South Africa is becoming an expensive place to do business, with high electricity prices, with strict labour laws as well. Is South Africa pricing itself out of opportunity?
On the contrary, I think our analysis shows enormous economic opportunities over the next few years. We still have today one of the world's largest mineral resources. If you take coal and oil out, our reserves of the remaining minerals is the most significant globally. And we're working now to expand the capacity of mines to produce more and to process more of that locally. And the decision that a mine owner or investor makes to put money into expanding iron ore production has less to do with the price of electricity, important as it is, and more to do with, do we have a railway line between the mining center and the main manufacturing center or the ports. And we're now addressing those kind of challenges that we think really explain much better the deep constraints to unlocking greater private sector investment. And it's in a number of areas. I meet with businesses, for example, who are ready and able to invest in the country. Their problem is they need a water license. It takes too long to get that water license. So government is now unblocking that. It may require an environmental impact assessment that is done at provincial level, and often there are enormous delays. And so we've put together a one-stop shop where we can partner with investors to unlock those blockages to increasing investment in the economy.
And talking about investment in South Africa, you've been quite involved in the Walmart deal, and you're currently negotiating settlements with Walmart. What exactly is it that you're looking for?
South Africa is open for investment, for domestic investment and foreign investment. And when Walmart said that they wanted to buy a majority stake in a local company, Massmart, and by the way, Massmart operates locally, but in itself, it is, prior to the Walmart deal, it was majority foreign owned. We said to Walmart, fundamental to the entry into the market must be benefits to the economy. That's the social contract that underlies the relationship between any investor and government, between any investor and the people of a country. So the challenge for Walmart would be to agree to recognize it needs to procure from South African manufacturers, work with them to help improve their competitiveness, integrate South African companies in their global supply chains, and ensure that we have a net increase in employment.